Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an IS-3. It's a Tier 8 Soviet heavy tank and it's located on the eastbourne of Airfield under the command of Mad Andy 52 of Philo. Now, what can I tell you about the IS-3? Well, it's a development of the IS series, the Joseph Stalin series of tanks, which were developed to defeat the Tigers. And there were 29 IS-3s at the end of the Second World War, and they went on parade in Berlin and they shocked the American military because they'd never seen a tank like this before. It's basically a cast turret with very little room inside actually, but it's got a huge 122mm gun, the BL-10, with 225 penetration and 390 alpha damage. Now, it has been likened to an upturned saucepan, or a skillet you might say, but because it's got a very low roof and there's very little room for the crew inside, that means that there's very little gun depression on this tank, very little indeed, so it really doesn't work very well on ridge lines, but it has got one hell of a punch. Now, the Pike nose, and it does go by the name the Pike by the Soviet tankers, the Tankisti, actually does deflect a lot of rounds that are aimed directly at the upper the frontal armour. But if you can get the lower glacis, you can really penetrate the tank very, very nicely indeed. It's just very difficult to get the lower glacis. You know, we've got Star 2 behind there, around the corner, medium tank. Oh, took a big round. 379. The Star fired a HE round at us, only did 4 hit points of damage. Now we're loaded. It's about 6 to 7 seconds on the reload. That Star's still there. He's coming back again. And the second round in, 446 this time. That was a high roll. Now he's just firing standard AP at the moment, but he's half and half on standard AP and APCR. There probably will be some tanks that he might need to use APCR on. There's a Tiger 2 around the corner, I think, and maybe an E50, and he needs to watch out for those two. They're tier 9. Oh, well, the E50 is. Oh, puts around into the E50, but takes around from the Tiger 2. 305. He got 398 into the E50. That's a low roll. Oh no, high roll, sorry. But the Tiger 2, oh no, he did a bit of damage. And we got one back. And we bounced around from the Tiger. 417, another high roll. He's doing very well at the moment. He's already up to 1.6k of damage. And that Star 2 is still just around the corner, but he won't be for much longer. Oh, we tracked him. He's turning to shoot. And we take a round. It was another HE round, but the Star 2 has been wiped out. Here comes the E50. And he's been tracked. Oh my god, he took a massive round there, 426, and he's gone out the game. He was claimed by the Canonian Jagdpanzer 105. Well, gun depression doesn't seem to be hindering Mad Andy at the moment. No, he's still trying to look for that Tiger 2. He did take that round from the Tiger 2, and you can, if I turn around, you can see the damage actually to the front of the vehicle. Yeah, he really was badly hurt. Oh, there's the Conqueror. He took a round for 363 there. Ouch. Now, the FB4005 is telling Mad Andy to fall back. The FB4005 is in D9. He's on that hill, the tank destroyer hill, behind him. He's asking him to fall back to make it easier for him to get the hits on the Tiger 2. He wants to draw these two tanks out, and then he can put holes into them. Well, there's the Tiger 2 just around the corner. Oh, took a round there from the K91. And it's 386 that he did, well, we did 386 to him, which is a low roll, but he did 337 to us. The difficulty is trying to lure them out so that the FB4005 can do the damage. We've also got the Canonian Jagdpanzer and an Object 430 behind. Yeah, he's still telling us to fall back. He wants these tanks to come around the corner. And I think that's a good idea because Mad Andy's taken enough damage on his front plate and he is actually fairly low on health now. He's only got 226 hit points left. You can see one of the hits there went right through the driver's area next to the driver's hatch. Okay, he's testing the other side, but he's holding back just enough so he can see what's there, lure them around the corner. Now they've got a 2-tank advantage, but they really ought to make use of that 4005's big gun, the 183mm. Yep, he's still saying fall back, fall back. I think he knows that if that Tiger 2 comes around the corner, he'll claim him just like that. In fact, actually, the Tiger 2 has now got very low hit points, and there is the Conqueror. Oh, we only did critical damage to him. That's awkward. Now, the Jagdpanther's gone for it, so everybody's piling in to try and kill the Jagdpanther, but there's a Wizzy 1201 FT up there. And you see the gun depression's a bit of a problem there for a second. He's tracked the Conqueror. He's given him a ram. And he's gone down. He's been taken out by the FB4005. Now we've got to deal with that Wizzy 120 and this Object 268. Oh, that was a good hit, that one. 395. High roll. Can he get another round in? He's not using the premium yet. Can he track him? Go for the tracks. Oh, he doesn't need to worry. The FB4005 takes him out. So now we've got that K91 to deal with. And then we've got to find that Wizzy 120. Oh no, the K91 just got taken out by our Arty. The M53, M55. So there's only 4 enemy left to kill. A T-30, and that's a very difficult tank destroyer to kill. An enemy M53, 55, and there's the Wizzy 120, and we fire one back in response, and it's 366, which is a low roll. We bounced around that he fired. Well, we've only got 120 hit points now, so we are barely on the edge. If he gets one penetration, that could be the end of us. We're pushing ahead. Oh yes, just as I predicted. Yeah, the Wizzy 120 could be the end of us if he fired at us, and he did. He got Mad Andy. Oh, but there goes the Wizzy 120, and he's taken out by the FB4005. So, the T-30's been killed, the Centurion 5-1. The only remaining enemy to be killed is the M53, M55. Hasn't been located yet, but it's now 6 against 1, so it won't be long before they find him, and this is a win. 3.6k of damage, 1,200 blocked, and 1.8k spotting damage or damage assistance. I think it's more damage assistance because I think he did actually track vehicles rather than spot them. So we're now waiting for them just to find the M53, 55. And they found him, and that's it. End of game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's well, it's a first-class tanker for Mad Andy 52 of Philo in the IS-3. He also got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And he picked up a Confederate because he actually didn't get any kills in that battle whatsoever. But he did do an awful lot of damage. And in fact, actually, he damaged 7 of the enemy, but he didn't get 1 kill. So let's have a look at team scores, see where we stood. Well, according to this, it was the FB4005. He managed to get 3,804 hit points of damage. He didn't pick up a high caliber, though, for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points. But Mad Andy managed to get 3,655 hit points of damage. And the M53-55 on the enemy team managed 3,657, just slightly ahead, 2 hit points ahead. And then we had the E50M on our side with 3,238. When it came to kills, it was the ship barn again, the FE4005 Stage 2, managed 4 kills. Then we had the 50 Ausführung M, managed to get 3, and so did the T30 on the enemy team, he managed to get 3. And we can see Mad Andy right down at the very bottom of the table with 0 kills, but he did get a nice amount of damage. And if you look at the base XP, you can see Mad Andy's right at the top of the table with 1200 base XP. Then we've got the FE4005 with 921, and then the T92 with 895. So let's have a look at detail. Well, he fired 12 shots, he got 11 direct hits, 9 penetration, damage of 3,655 hit points, all of it at close range. He received 11 hits from the enemy, 7 were penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. He blocked damage of 1200 hit points. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. He damaged 7 of the enemy. Didn't get any kills though, but did do damage assistance of 1859 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 66,087 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away 39,285 credits. He received 1,800 XP times 2 plus a personal reserve bonus, took away 5,400 experience points altogether. Well, that was a pretty good battle for the IS-3. The fact that you got a Confederate out of it, normally you'd see the IS-3 actually getting kills, but on this occasion it just didn't happen. But that FE4005 was very greedy to get as many kills as he could, and there were plenty of tanks which were very low on hit points towards the end of that battle. So I suppose it was very easy for him to pick off the easy kills. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.